welcome to the Daily Bible Podcast. My name is William Hemsworth. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Well, we're moving right along into chapter 2. Yesterday we read about how Joseph took Mary and Jesus into Egypt while Herod worked out his issues, so to speak. Pretty much Herod has an issue with... Historically has had an issue with any threats to his throne. We'll kind of go over that briefly today. But today we're going to go over chapter 2, verse 16, which says, "When Herod saw that he had been tricked by the wise men, he was infuriated, and he sent and killed all the children in and around Bethlehem who were 2 years old or under, according to the time that he had learned from the wise men." A couple of interesting things about this is in Matthew, we kind of have a theme that Jesus is the new Moses. And we see this in several areas, and this is one of them. If you look at Exodus chapter 1, verse 16, Pharaoh ordered the killing of all Israelite male babies as well. This is kind of another link that Matthew gives us between the Old and the New Testaments, linking Jesus with the new Moses. And we'll see that continually on through his gospel. But secondly, we see more about Herod's jealousy, his insecurity. As previously read in other verses, the wise men answered the call of the Lord in their dream and went home another route instead of going to King Herod and telling him where Jesus was. So Herod is mad. He feels his throne is threatened, and he orders the slaughter of all male children in and around Bethlehem who were 2 years old or younger. Now, this clearly tells us that Jesus wasn't a baby at this time. So, some time has elapsed. I know in all our plays and everything, it's popular to see Jesus as a baby in this, but the fact is he wasn't. He was 1 or maybe even 2 years old by this point. Now, there's another incident which isn't recorded in the gospel that kind of shows us, I guess, some of the issues, if you will, that King Herod had. But there's other ancient histories surrounding Herod this order to slaughter babies is keeping with Herod's anger issues. There's a story from Josephus that says that he executed his wife Miriam and 2 of his sons because he thought that they were a threat to his throne as well. So just a little interesting tidbit there. But overall, this verse suggests that Jesus, more than a year has gone by since the wise men had visited Jesus. And since Herod died in 4 BC, Jesus was born in probably 5 or 6 BC. Ancient calculations leading to the division between BC and AD didn't look at the ancient historian Josephus' work for an accurate timeline. And so we have those records now, so we have a more accurate timeline. So this is just a little bit of background on this verse. More history than anything else. But one other tidbit as well is all these children that were executed because Herod was trying to, get rid of Jesus. The church historically has called them the first Christian martyrs. They died for the sake of Christ. The Catholic Church acknowledges, and the Orthodox Church as well, acknowledges them as martyrs. So just very, very interesting. Yeah, they were children. They still died because of Christ. Herod was looking for Jesus to kill him. He didn't know what Jesus looked like. There were no pictures. There were no drawings. Nothing like that. It was just an all-out slaughter. And these beautiful children sacrificed for the sake of Christ. I think that's something that gets lost on us a lot during this story as well. Something to remember, that if it wasn't for their sacrifice, Who knows? All right. Well, God bless you guys. Have a great day. And tomorrow we'll move on to verses 17 and 18. We're moving right along. God bless you guys. Take care.